Hello world, in this video we'll show you how to create your own web page with a proper domain and host your site to a remote server. In this case, I will be using DigitalOcean as it is the most popular site for buying IP addresses and more. Basically, to connect to a web page, we need an IP address that is masked with a domain name. So it's very common to look for a www dot, let's say, webname.com instead of the IP address itself, let's say, corresponding to that remote server. So once we've done this, we need to install several software for managing and launching our web page. So let's see how to do it. First of all, we access the digitalocean.com website. Then you will be registering your account here. We give you your credentials, such as your email in let's say, a main password. And after this, we need to create a droplet. We select this option. Then we have to select a kind of image. In this case, I will be selecting the Ubuntu. It is the most configurable distro here, and Linux-based server. Then I will be using the cheapest option for this case, because I will just try to mount a web page that is consisting of a personal blog for my structured data, my data structures course. So I will not need, let's say, a big amount of, let's say, memory here. So I will be selecting this $5 per month option here with a regular Intel with SSD. And after this, selecting this option, we'll try to, scroll down here to choose the data center region options. Then I will be selecting, let's say, a New York server, because it is the closest server from my house here in Costa Rica. And I will be trying, let's say, I will be ignoring this, the VPC network. I won't select any kind of additional options here, and I will create a password for accessing my remote server here. Well, you already saw it. Normally we have to unsee that, and we have to finalize and create that. We don't have to create tags. I already created the proper domain here, but it doesn't matter. Probably you will get just one option here. And yeah, just create a droplet. So once we create a droplet, I will try to select this save option here. And basically here is my droplet created. So it is going to be consisting of a personal IP address. So let's see how to use this droplet once we have created. This is the first step in order to create and host our web page. So after we created our IP server here, just with a given IP address, we have to go on and select one of the best options for buying domains or domain name. In this case, I will be using Namecheap, but you can even go ahead and check different options such as GoDaddy. It's one of the most popular, let's say, domain names hosters. And after this, I decided to use Namecheap. Then after this, you create your account. It's a normal account here, and you just have to look for possible names for your domain name to see if there is an existing one. In this case, I will be selecting my electric dash LIFO, just referring to the data structure LIFO or LIFO structure, and electric, since I study electrical engineering. And I will be, I forgot to put the .com domain extension. Well, there are some proposals here that let's say, this page gives to me. In this case, I will be selecting the electric LIFO, and I will add to cart here for $8 with 88, let's say, dollar cents. And after this, I will select that. I will proceed to checkout, and I will confirm my order. And this is going to be an extension of 1 year limited time, but you can select whatever you want. Then I will be paying now, and I will be placing my order just in a few minutes. So I will proceed with the next step. So the next step here is to check out, let me see which computer I'm sharing. Right, yeah, so I'm here, Namecheap, right. Okay, so after this, we need to set the domain list in my personal account from Namecheap. And I just need to check that these options are available. But previously, I'm forgetting something. So let me share the other monitor. In this case, I will be accessing my DigitalOcean webpage. In this case, I will be trying to access to my new droplet here. So let me check it out. All right, so this is the new IP address. So I will be just trying to add the domain option. And let me check it out. All right, yeah. So in this case, I will try to, for example, electric litho.com, right? So this is going to direct my IP server address with my new domain name here that I already bought. So I will be adding a domain, and now I have to give different registrations here. So the first registration or record here is to put an @ symbol. Let me check it out. Yeah, @ symbol. And my, let's say the resource or the custom IP. In this case, I will be selecting the electrolitho, and I will create a record. The other record I just need to create is to give www and yeah, my IP address, another create record. So these are the main records I will be trying to register. In this case, if I access to my electriclifo.com, probably nothing happens, right? Because, okay, this already exists because it's mine, but I just need to configure it out to send my web page to launch here in this space. So we will be checking that out in the next steps. So after we created this, we just turn to the Namecheap account, right? So in this case, we will need to check out first that this option is active. If not, if it is not active, you need to check out your email because there is some activation or a validation process here. But in this case, I already have it active. The next step is to name some name servers for let's say the administration of my web page. In this case, I will give the custom DNS, and I will be typing this address or domain names. Basically, what I'm doing here is to tell DigitalOcean can let's say, can have a kind of administration permissions here. So I will be just trying to give this option here, ns2, ns1, ns2, .digitalocean.com. Yeah, digitalocean.com. Yeah, the last name server is ns3.digitalocean.com. You save it here, just proceed to check out. It will check out that the name servers are correct, and yes, they are correct. So this is going to take up to 48 hours to take effect for you to know. So Namecheap is one of the, let's say, kind of slowest domain procedures, but it doesn't matter. It is just for a personal block project here. So I already assigned my electriclifo.com, and let's turn to our web server. Let's use Linux. So we will be checking that out in the next step. Okay, now we're using my Linux distribution here. Let me check it out. Just to ensure that I was using my correct monitor here. Okay, so we have the terminal here. We open a terminal, and the next command we need to use is the SSH root as a user, and we have to copy our IP address. Let me check it out here. I'll try to access DigitalOcean. All right. Just give me a second, and let's check it out. Okay, so we have to copy our IP address here. In this case, that is mine. Yours will be different, obviously. Enter, and yeah, I have to give the authenticity of this host. I will, let's say, type yes, and now it asks for my password. In this case, it was the previous one. Enter, and now I am on the server here. Right now, I'm not in my computer. I am in the remote server located in New York. So the first thing we have to do is to update this server with sudo apt update. Let's wait a little bit. And finally, if this finishes quickly, we have to upgrade all the packages available. So let's wait for a little bit of time. All right. So after this, as I told you, this is going to be the sudo apt upgrade. Let's click on yes, and it proceeds with the upgrade in our packages. This is very important for the server to work correctly. If not, we will have different problems of dependencies here. And just that, well, let's wait until the progress is done, and I will be back with you. All right, it took almost, let's say, 3 minutes to upgrade all the packages, but well, it did it successfully. So we already have our, let's say, our server up and running for installing the Django, but that's something that we will check out in the next video. So let's see you in the next video. Thank you so much.